I don't know, I have issues. I am going to start the vlog off and introduce this week. We are on the 14th of May. I've started Swordsman's Lament. I'm editing last week's vlog, and once I've done that I will be sitting down on my sofa with my tabarges and tabbing this and giving my thoughts, because I will be doing a review on this on a separate vlog, but I will also be reviewing this on the fantasy review. So I need to tab, take notes, do all that good shit. Reading wise for the rest of the week, I do have a buddy read that I'm starting with Hattie, for which I need to read a recap of somewhere, if I can find one. I'm starting Hunger of the Gods. I can't remember what the breakdown is. Hattie kindly did the breakdown for us, and I will be getting this on audiobook because she's thick, she's a weapon. I need to not sprain my hand. Okay? And then, apart from that, I can't remember whether it's this week or next week that I'm starting the Blood and Honey buddy read with Lindsay, but if I am, then that's going to get read as well. And then I also need to read Girl in Red by Christina Lauren. Now, next week is a week that me and Jem are going to do the podcast for it, I think. So I need to make sure that that is done for the podcast. And then I'm going to meander through the rest as and when I can. I need to check with Meg when we read Before They Are Hanged. We both want to read that. I do also have to read Red Scrolls of Magic, We Break Immortals, Drowned Kingdom, Aurora Cycle, Heliotrope, Vicious, and The Trials of Ashmount this month. Fingers crossed. Oh, and A Shade of Madness is well on to read as well. So at some point, other books may be thrown in here, and I need to read The Crew on ebook, because I always forget that I've got an ebook on the go as well. So yeah, we've got a lot to read, so little time, but I'm going to get through it because I'm going to get a couple of these books that I need to read on audio so that I can actually do other things whilst reading. And I will see you all very soon. To let you know that it's Tuesday, for one, and for two, I have an arc of Bookshops and Borders. You can't see it, you can just see words, and I don't care because it's so good. And calm down. So I got a link sent to me by Becca today, and she was like, hey, look, NetGalley has Bookshops and Borders. So I requested it. I was on sprints with Marloose and Chloe and Jem and Andy and Livy, and it appeared on my Kindle. So I'm just so happy. Sorry to Hattie, I'm pausing two pages in the buddy read for Hunger of the Gods, and I'm devouring this tonight. It's going to get finished tonight. This was not on my TBR, but it's Travis Baldry. I mean, did you expect anything less of me? I don't think you did you? Nope. So I'm going to head off now because I am only on like a 45-minute sprint and I've got 30 minutes left, and I need to devour this book because it's with, and we just met Fern, the new ratkin. We met Pot Roast, which is like an owl pug. I don't know, I can't remember what his breed is, like what he's called. But he's called Pot Roast and he's like half dog, half owl, like bird thing. He's so cute. Anyway, I'm going. Bye. Hello friends, it's Wednesday, and I didn't update you yesterday because brain. So yesterday I got gifted an arc of, I don't know why I keep doing this when I give you a Kindle book. I need a new Kindle case because look at that, it's so broken. But yeah, I got an arc of Bookshops and Bone Dust, and after the excitement calmed down, I got 50% into this. I did want to finish it yesterday, but I finished my live, got into bed, and then ended up falling asleep. Must be more tired than I thought I was, because as soon as I got into bed and got comfy, I was just out of it. And I'm going to try and sleep in my bed more, which sounds stupid, but I've recently not been liking sleeping in my bed by myself, so I've just been sleeping on the sofa, which is weird. Not that you care. So I'm reading this. I am also still reading Swordsman's Lament, and I am currently 58 pages into this. I was really enjoying this, but I got the arc of Bookshops and Bonedust, so that's gone on hold. But as soon as I finish Bookshops and Bonedust, I will pick that up. And I was supposed to start a buddy read of Hunger of the Gods with Hattie, but again, Travis Baldry. And that's gone on hold. Tonight was a live show with Chels from Narcissistic Bookaholic for Aragon, and it was just so much fun. She is brilliant. She makes me laugh so much. She's just as chaotic as me. We have no linear way of thinking, and it's just lovely to bounce off someone that just has a mushed up brain just as mushy as yours. And she's just a lovely human. So if you don't know who she is, go check her out. I will leave a link down below. And I'm going to head off now and continue to read Bookshops and Bonedust with my blackcurrant and apple juice, and then read until I get tired. Fingers crossed I can finish Bookshops and Bonedust tonight, and I might continue Swordsman's Lament. And I just realised I did have some book tabs somewhere with these really fun long ones that I got from Shein. And we can highlight actual lines, which is just great. Because this is so thin though, I've had to trim them down, but normally I'll be able to keep them full. Not like you care. I'm rambling again. I'm going to shut up now and go, and I will update you at some point. Hello friends, it's Thursday, and I'm just literally coming in quickly before I go to bed to say that I have started and finished Girl in Red today. Have I read more Bookshops and Bonedust? No, I'm going to bed to do that now. And I haven't read more Swordsman's Lament, but I wanted to finish this before the weekend because that's when Jem starts her read of this. So it was really, really good. For full thoughts, feelings and ponderances on this, then head over to the podcast channel on the 1st of June. But it was brilliant. And I'm going to head off to bed, and I'm probably going to read for a bit until I fall asleep. But so far this week I've read Ashton Parker Doesn't Fail and Girl in Red. So I did attempt to start The Boy Who Steals Houses, which is my self-destruct book, and I was literally bored from the first couple of pages, and I was really just, it wasn't gripping me, it wasn't interesting. I tried to see, I think I got about 15 pages in, and I was just not, it's not my thing. I've got too many books to read in too little time to be continuing and pushing through with books that literally I have no interest in. So fingers crossed, next month's self-destruct book will be better. I have a few on the list that I'm actually interested in reading, so let's just keep fingers crossed for that for next month. But on the upside, it means I'm on holding books that I'm not going to read, so that's good. I'm going to keep this momentum going. So this month I have read my book for my 12 books 12 prompts friend pick, and the prompt went in my favour, I think, and it was to read a book with under 300 pages that he said. If I finish Swordsman's Lament, that will fulfill Liam's prompt. Or I could just whack out Blue Exorcist volume, but that's just adding another thing to my TBR that I don't really need to be doing. So for the rest of the week, I'm going to finish Bookshops and Bonedust, Swordsman's Lament, and then get that vlog for Swordsman's Lament and the other two books that I'm reading for that vlog, get that up, posted for next week when I'm away in London, and then that's it. I'm going to move on to more reads. I've spent this evening as well, whilst listening to Girl in Red, typing out all 300 Spiffbo 9 books and having a look through, seeing which ones I'm interested in, speaking to the guys from the Fantasy Review and seeing which ones they're interested in and waiting for them to get back to me. And we're going to try and get through as many as we can. I've let them pick their options, and then I'm going to try and pick around what they pick and just pick different ones to them, but ones that I'm still interested in. obviously, because I don't want to power through something that I don't think is my thing, just for the sake of giving it a rating, if that makes sense. And yeah, I will do a full video once we've sorted out the ins and outs of how we're doing our version of Scribd. But like I said, the idea for this came from Cassie, so props to Cassie. And also congrats to Cassie for being a judge on this year's Scribd. I'm gonna go now. Bye. Hola, bonjour, it's Friday, and I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I don't know where the book is. I started and finished Girl in Red last night. I can't remember if I updated you, but that's what it is. I went off, well, that's not going off TBR really, but I had to read before Jem did, because Jem's reading it over the weekend. There are still quite a few books that I need to read, and I've got a week left of the month. Wish me luck with that. I'm gonna show you what I'm currently reading, what I've received today, what mess my life is in, and then we'll move. Okay, we'll move on. First up, we have a lovely matte indie book. Are we surprised? No, it's not a Scribd book. However, I did spend all of last night writing up all 300 Scribd books, looking up the synopses, see which ones I'm interested in, and I'm picking a group of them. Not all 300, I am not that crazy. If I had enough time I would, but I can't. But this came in the post today, and this was offered as a review copy by the lovely author Steve Pennant, and it's called The Hunter's Lament. It's only small. It's only small. How big is it? 274 pages. However, the writing is also very small. I saw this on Twitter, but I also saw Chelsea from Not So Secret Bookaholic mention this, and I'm excited. So I'm going to read this to you. Infamous bounty hunter Peter Sweet has led his crew of like-minded miscreants for nearly 3 decades. They can track and capture any man or woman in the known world for a price. But Sweet is tired. Decades of pursuing the lowest reaches that humanity has to offer have taken their toll. The grime, the lies, the danger, the death, he's sick of it all. But it's the only business he knows, and business is good in the aftermath of a long and bloody war. The unstoppable armies of the Vol Empire have conquered Prussia, obliterating all opposition and occupying the kingdom's cities as they establish a brutal order. The Parthian king is slain in the carnage, but his son, the crown prince and sole heir to the throne, has vanished. Eager to tie up the loose ends, the new Vol rulers turn to those who know the land and its people the best, bounty hunters. Against his better instincts, Sweet accepts the contract and sets out in search of the fugitive crown prince. But his crew are not alone in the hunt. Danger rides with them every step of the way. Rival gangs, Vol soldiers, deadly trackers, and dark magicians, and all are pursuing the heir to Prussia too. Soon Sweet and his crew have to make a choice: hunt or be hunted. So this is, well, it sounds like it's going to be a bit of a twist on the grumpy old, like, war veteran type of character that is just done with the life that they've been leading. You know, like Murtaugh in Lethal Weapon, where he's just like, I'm too old for this shit. I feel like Bittersweet is going to be that character, and I love the name, because, you know, his life has probably been bittersweet, so that kind of makes sense. It's really cool. I'm interested in reading this. I don't know if I'm going to get around to this. I'm going to try and fit it on my TBR in the next couple of weeks, potentially. However, something arrived in the post today, and my TBR has gone a bit out the window a little bit. I am still going to read my obligation reads, which are the Red Squirrels and Magic, the Aurora Cycle, Aurora Burning, and Vicious, and Eldest. So they're the 4 books I'm still going to read. They might not get read this month, but they will get read before the live shows, well in advance of the live shows. I did want to read A Drowned Kingdom, but that might have to get put on hold for a teensy bit longer. But we'll see, because Booktube came today. I squealed when I saw this outside my flat, because the Royal Mailman didn't knock on the door, he just left it outside. I heard a bang outside my door, and then I was like, oh, someone fallen? What's happened? No, the Royal Mailman threw the book on the floor, and it banged on the floor and knocked against my door. So thankfully, the broken binding, lovely people that they are, they package their things well, and this is not damaged. Had this arrived damaged, the Royal Mailman would have got a piece of my mind when I saw him next. Anyway, this is signed by the lovely Michael Miller. And this is book 2. In case you didn't know, I read Ascendant last week. Was it last week? Oh my god, it feels so long ago. But it also feels so close. I don't know what my life is. But I read Ascendant recently and I absolutely adored it. And I'm going to be reading this. I will be trying to read this over the weekend. I have also acquired the audiobook, and Michael has kindly said that once I am nearing the end of this, to let him know I will send him book 3 called Defiant. And if you have seen the cover of Defiant, if you haven't, I'm going to leave it here, because if I had the space, I would just display all 3 books when I have them, just facing outwards, so that everybody can peruse them. They would be in the back of my videos at all times. I might just put a shelf up there and film from there, and so you can see the loveliness on the shelves. Is that a bit excessive? Absolutely. But do I care? No, because this book is great. And if this isn't going to be my favourite series of the year, I don't know what is. I mean, it's up there. The thing is, right, we've got Ryan Cahill, but he's got a different vibe. If we're going on vibes, we've got vibes everywhere. But that's more like slightly dark and full of like battles and epic dragon battles and like adult-y type writing. And then this has got more of a YA feel, but it's more of like a wholesome connection. I don't know how to describe it, but we've got I'm basically screwed for my favourites of the year, because I read The Exile earlier this year. I'll be reading A War and Ruin, so it's going to be like here for Ryan Cahill, and then this dude's going to be here, and then Bookshops and Bone Dust, I'm also reading that, and then Travis Baldry is going to be there, and we've also got Sebastian de Castell releasing some books this year, at least one, which is in my level 7, which I do currently have, and that's going to be up there as well, because obviously Sebastian de Castell, what do I do? What do I do about my favourite? I can't comprehend what the fuck is gonna go. I don't understand. I'm just, I can't, okay? I'm just gonna, breathe. We're breathing because that's what people need to do to stay alive. And then I'm also reading this. Have I started a vlog reading this series? Absolutely. Should I have done that? No, but do I care? Absolutely not. This wasn't even on my TBR. I'm starting Blood and Honey next week with Lindsay. I was going to just read a recap of this, and then I thought, why would I do that when I can read the full book? And that's it. It is what it is. I'm also reading Bookshops and Bone Dust. I'm halfway through that, like 60% of the way through that. And then I'm also reading Swordsman's Lament for another video of books recommended by other people who love indie books. Just got a few things to read this weekend, and it's currently 10 to 6, so tonight is going to be the night that I finish Serpent and Dove. I will then move on to another physical read, I think, and I can take Swordsman's Lament and Bookshops and Bone Dust to my mum's house if I need to, and then just listen to Unbound in between. I can finish all these this weekend. I will finish all of these this weekend. I'm determined. If it means sitting at my parents' house, putting my earphones in and pretending they don't exist for a couple of hours while I finish books, I will. No, I probably won't, but I can. I'm home on Sunday, so I do have all of Sunday as well. So we're just gonna pretend that I am not a chaotic human being, and that I know what I'm doing with my life, and everything's gonna be fine. This is gonna be fine. I'm gonna finish all the books. Everything's going to be fine. But okay, the brain is fine. My life is fine. I am in control. Am I though? Am I? We don't know. We don't know. Hello friends. I'm 2 hours away, potentially, from finishing this, approximately. And we are only on 8 o'clock, and it's a Friday, so I can stay up a bit later than normal. So what I'm going to do is, once I've finished Serpent and Dove, I'm going to continue with either Bookshops and Bone Dust or Swordsman's Lament. What I'm not going to do though is go to bed and read these, because the last 2 nights I was like, I'll sit in bed and read till I fall asleep. No, because as soon as I get comfy, my eyes droop, and then like nothing gets read. So I'm going to sit on the sofa and hopefully get a bit more into this or finish Bookshops and Bone Dust. We shall see. And then I'm gonna crack on with Unbound. So if I don't update you tonight, I will update you Sunday. My mum's going to pick me up tomorrow morning quite early. So whilst I'm finishing off listening to Serpent and Dove, I will be packing my bag for the weekend, I will. So I'm gonna head off and read now. So peace out. Hi guys, so it's Sunday. I'm coming in to give you an update on what I've read. First up, we have Serpent and Dove. Was on my TBR? No, but we're not going to talk about it. I'm bloody honey. Next week, we'll do a recap. There we go. I started Bookshops and Bone Dust and Swordsman's Lament, but I haven't finished these yet. I've got about 150 pages of this left, and I have about 50% of this left. So I'm hoping to get those finished today, and I will update you on next week's vlog as to whether I finish them. I did also read Girl in Red by Christina Henry. 5 stars, top tier. Discussion will be had on the podcast next week with Jem about that book, because we need thoughts, feelings and ponderances. I think that's all I read. I can't remember what I did and didn't read this week. I really should keep better track, but I haven't, because I'm basic. I'm just looking at my spreadsheet now. I did read Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail, but I think that was over the weekend I read that. I don't think it was this week. I've still got quite a few books to read. I've also gone through all my Scribd books that I'm interested in, added them to a spreadsheet, and I'm going to do a spinner wheel for that, I think. I have received about 7 or 8 physical copies that I'm really interested to get to, and I've been gifted some ebooks and a couple of audios as well, so I'm really happy that I'm going to be able to get through so many of these Scribd 9 books. I'm just so excited for all the fantasy. There's books on here that I've seen but not picked up yet. There's books on here that I've never even known existed, and that's the joy of Scribd, is that you come across books that you haven't previously seen for whatever reason, and you could potentially find new favourites. Tiago Abdallah, True Skies are 2 examples of new favourites from Scribd 8. Top tier. That's it really. I don't know what else to say. Next weekend I'm going to Becca's, so, and we've got the blogger brunch with Tor, so I don't know when next week's vlog will go up. I'm gonna probably do a short vlog during the week and then a weekend vlog maybe. I don't know, we'll see. But thank you very much for joining me. If you like me, you want to see more of me, please like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. If you are here and you want to let me know you're here, if you don't have anything to say, please leave a black heart, very much appreciated. And until next time, enjoy whatever you're reading, and I will see you all very soon.
Every time I fall in love, it seems to be at the wrong